Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to be revamping my Dara L lace front wig. So I'm just going to start by detangling it from bottom to top, making sure that there isn't any kinks or knots in it. Just brushing it through really thoroughly, making sure everything is combed all the way out. So to straighten the hair, I'm just going to be using my Infinity Pro flat iron that I got from Walmart on the temperature 392. And I'm just showing you guys exactly which flat iron I'm using here. This is pretty self-explanatory, nothing too special. I'm just going to be doing the chase method with a comb and a flat iron. Slowly pulling the comb and the flat iron through my hair at the same time. It just helps to get the hair as straight as possible quickly so that you don't have to do so many multiple passes through it. I'm going to leave a slower clip of that in, but I'm going to speed most of this up. Again, as I said, this is self-explanatory on just how to straighten out hair. So while I'm flat ironing this section, you're going to see the spaces between the tracks, just the way that they constructed this wig. With the curls, that's completely fine. You can't really see that as much, but since I am going to be straightening out the hair, you will be able to see those spaces and those gaps throughout the wig. So later on down the video, I am going to be installing some synthetic bundles in the wig just to make it a little bit fuller, so that when I'm wearing the hair, you won't see those spaces and gaps. And even when the hair was curled, you could see a little bit of the spaces at the top, depending on how you move. So I just wanted to give you guys that warning of what I'm going to be doing later on and why that gap is there. So this synthetic brand of bundles that I bought from the beauty supply store, and I have some bottles of hair glue. I thought I had a new bottle and I didn't, so I'm gonna have to like scrape out the glue. I was annoyed, but anyways, these bundles were $10 at the beauty supply store. I got one in a 30-inch and one in a 36-inch, and it's the Shake and Go brand. And here I'm going to just be testing it out to see how long I want the wig to be, and kind of also showing you guys how well the color matches. So I'm measuring how far I want the tracks to go. I don't want to put the tracks too far towards the lace part of the wig, because when you do that, when you start to brush your hair later on while wearing it, you kind of snag at the ends and you'll actually end up pulling out tracks. So I don't want to take those tracks too far over or too close to my ear. So I'm making sure that I'm measuring just in the right places. And also, you don't want to add too much bundles in on top of each other, because it's going to make your wig bulky and heavy, and that's going to cause extra tangling. So just make sure you don't overdo it with adding the bundles in. But I just applied some glue to the weft. As you guys can see, my glue is not working. I'm struggling. Still struggling. Eventually, I'm going to figure out that I'm going to have to stick the comb in there and put the glue on the tracks by doing that, and that took absolutely forever. But I had already started recording this video, so I decided to just keep going and making it work. Okay, so once I finish adding the tracks into the back, we're getting closer up towards the tops now where the gaps are a little bit bigger. This could kind of be tricky when adding the tracks in because the spaces are so big. You really don't have a place for the glue on the track to stick to, so you have to be very careful to make sure that your tracks are actually sticking down. Again, as I stated before, you don't want to go brushing your hair later on while wearing it and then tracks start sliding out. You want to make sure that you get the glue and the tracks to stick, to adhere to something. So those little black pieces that you see, it's like the cap that they made the wig on. That's what I'm going to be making my glue stick to. Okay, now that I've finished adding the bundles in, I'm going to go in and add some layers to the hair. Since I did add in those wavy bundles that I straightened out, they're all one length. And the wig already had layers in it, so now it just looks a little weird. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish layering up the hair from the front. Just a heads up, I do have alopecia. I will have a video on that coming up soon. I do not want to hear anything in the comments about my hairline being the way it is because I wear wigs. That is not the case. I have had alopecia since I was a young girl. So I wear wigs as an alternative for when I want to just feel comfortable with how my hair looks. So just again, a heads up, if you do see the sparseness in my hairline, I do have alopecia. But what I did was just apply some Got To Be Free spray to my scalp and a little bit of the gel. Waited for it to get tacky, and then I just sprayed my wig down and then blow dried it into place. And then just a heads up, this wig is not, I wouldn't say that it's big head friendly. I have more so of a smaller head, and as you can see, I do have problems with this wig of having to like tug it and pull on it to kind of force it down on my hairline. It doesn't comfortably go down. I have to literally tug it down and hurry up and spray it so that it can stay down as far as I would like it to be. So this is pretty much self-explanatory. This is basically kind of everything that I did in the original video of me presenting this wig to you guys. I'm just adding some powder that is just like one shade lighter than my skin tone into the part. Again, remember this wig does have a really deep parting, which I love. So I'm just making sure I carve out that parting so that you can see it really nicely. I did layer this wig on the mannequin, but after putting it on myself, I just wanted to frame it a little more to my face. So I did went in and added in a couple of additional layers just to make sure that it was even on both sides and that it wasn't just like going from short to long in a blunt line. So I just wanted to make sure I kind of even that out. So again, you guys, I did mostly only use the 30-inch bundles. Once I ran out, I probably used like 1 or 2 pieces of the 36, but I basically only used the 30-inch bundles, and this is how long the wig ended up being on me. I am about 5'2", I think. Is it crazy that I don't know my height exactly? I forgot. That's weird. But this is how the 30-inch hits on me. As you can see, after flat ironing it, and being that this is synthetic hair, the hair still has body in it. The colors blended in really well. It looked like I just dyed some bundles. So I really love the outcome of this wig. The wig was great, don't get me wrong, but the curls were kind of tingling up after a while of wearing it. So I wanted to try something new instead of throwing it away. So I decided to just straighten the hair out. Now, mind you, the curls weren't bad. Again, the curls were not bad as is, but I just wanted to try something new with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As you can see, this wig is very versatile. So let me know what you guys think in the comments.